Introduction. The power hidden in discipline. Discipline isn't glamorous. It's not exciting or trendy. It doesn't shout for attention or offer instant results. But beneath its quiet exterior lies one of the greatest forces of transformation available to us. The people you admire most, athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, leaders, don't rely on constant motivation. They rely on discipline. Day in, day out, they choose consistent action over fleeting inspiration. Discipline is doing what you said you'd do long after the mood you set it in has faded. It's waking up early when you'd rather sleep in. It's saying no when every part of you wants to say yes. It's finishing what you start, especially when it's hard. Most people live on impulse. They chase comfort and avoid pain. But the life you want, success, health, respect, peace is hidden behind the wall of discipline. This book isn't about being perfect. It's about being committed. It's about learning how to show up for yourself, even on the days when you don't feel like it. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and achievement. It's what turns goals into reality and chaos into clarity. If you want to live an extraordinary life, you must master the ordinary days. That's what discipline does. It helps you win not with dramatic effort, but with consistent, quiet determination. This is the discipline code. And once you master it, you'll begin to master everything else. Chapter 1. Why discipline matters more than motivation. Motivation is a great place to start, but it's a terrible thing to rely on. You've felt it before. A surge of inspiration after hearing a speech, reading a book, watching a video. You're pumped, ready to conquer the world. But then, life gets hard. Your excitement fades, and you're back where you started. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is structural. Motivation is what gets you going. Discipline is what keeps you going. Why motivation fails you. Motivation is unpredictable. It depends on how you feel, and your feelings change constantly. On good days, you feel energized. On bad days, you feel stuck, tired, overwhelmed. Waiting to feel motivated is like waiting for perfect weather to go outside. If you want results, you can't let your emotions run the show. You need something stronger, something you can build and rely on every single day. That's where discipline comes in. What is discipline? Really? Discipline is the skill of keeping your promises to yourself. It's not about being harsh. It's about being in control. It's the ability to say, "This matters to me. I will do it no matter how I feel." Discipline is choosing the future over the present. It's choosing long-term gain over short-term pleasure. It's saying, "I'll go to the gym even though I'm tired. I'll save money even though I want to spend. I'll write the book even though I'm afraid it won't be perfect." Discipline, freedom. It sounds like a paradox, but it's true. The more disciplined you are, the more freedom you have. Financial discipline gives you freedom from debt. Health discipline gives you freedom from disease. Emotional discipline gives you freedom from regret. You don't become free by doing whatever you want. You become free by mastering yourself. Discipline creates space. It builds strength. It gives you the ability to act intentionally rather than react emotionally. The cost of indiscipline. A life without discipline feels easy until it doesn't. Indiscipline leads to missed opportunities, broken goals, weak willpower, regret. Think about all the things you've started and never finished. Think about the goals you've set and abandoned, the dreams you've postponed. Most of that didn't happen because of failure. It happened because of a lack of consistent effort. No one wakes up one day overweight, broke, lonely, or unfulfilled. It happens slowly, from small, undisciplined decisions repeated over time. Every action is a vote for the person you want to become. With discipline, your votes align with your goals. Chapter 2. The Psychology of Self-Control. Discipline starts in the mind. It's not just about habits or routine, it's about how you think, what you believe, and how you manage your impulses. To master discipline, you must first understand self-control, your ability to resist immediate temptations for the sake of a greater long-term goal. The more you understand the psychology behind discipline, the more power you'll have to direct your actions, not just once, but consistently. The two selves within you. Every human being lives with two inner voices. The impulsive self, which seeks pleasure, comfort, and quick rewards. The disciplined self, which thinks long-term, stays calm under pressure, and prioritizes purpose over pleasure. Imagine you wake up early to go for a run. One voice says, "It's too cold, go back to bed." The other says, "You promised yourself this, you'll feel stronger after." Discipline is choosing which voice you listen to every single day. The science of self-control. Self-control is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. But like any muscle, it also gets tired. Psychologists call this ego depletion, the idea that your willpower can run low if you overuse it without rest or strategy. That's why disciplined people don't just rely on willpower. They build systems that make good choices easier and bad choices harder. Some of their strategies include removing temptations from their environment, structuring their day with routines, creating accountability with people or apps, using mental triggers to stay on track. Discipline isn't just about resistance. It's about designing a life where resistance is less necessary. Understanding the reward system. The brain is wired to seek rewards. Dopamine, a chemical associated with pleasure, is released when we anticipate something enjoyable. That's why scrolling social media or eating junk food can feel irresistible. It provides immediate dopamine hits. But discipline requires that we delay gratification. To succeed, you must retrain your brain to associate pleasure, not with quick dopamine spikes, but with long-term wins. The feeling after a hard workout. The clarity from saving instead of spending. The pride of completing something you started. This shift doesn't happen overnight. It happens through intentional repetition, a pattern your brain will begin to crave over time. Triggers and responses. Much of our behavior is automatic. A cue, or trigger, leads to a response. If your trigger is stress, your automatic response might be to snack, scroll, or binge-watch TV. Discipline rewires these links. To master self-control, identify your common triggers: stress, boredom, fatigue. Your usual responses: avoidance, indulgence, procrastination. Your new replacements: breathing, journaling, walking, reading. Example: instead of grabbing your phone when bored, replace that action with reviewing your goals or taking 5 deep breaths. It sounds small, but these micro-decisions shape your long-term identity. The identity shift. One of the most powerful ways to build self-discipline is to shift how you see yourself. Instead of saying, "I'm trying to be more disciplined," say, "I am a disciplined person." Your behavior always aligns with your identity. If you want lasting change, stop focusing only on the actions you need to take. Focus on who you're becoming. A disciplined person keeps promises to themselves, chooses long-term success over short-term relief, takes pride in being in control of their life. The moment you adopt this identity, your brain begins to filter decisions through a different lens. Every choice becomes a vote for that identity or against it. Reframing discomfort. Discipline doesn't mean you eliminate discomfort, it means you change your relationship with it. Most people avoid anything that feels hard. But high achievers lean into discomfort because they understand it leads to growth. Every time you sit with discomfort, rather than running from it, you build strength. The next time you want to quit, say, "This is hard and that's exactly why I'm doing it." When you reframe discomfort as a sign of progress, you stop fearing it. You start welcoming it as a friend, not an enemy. Tools to strengthen self-control. Here are practical tools to help you stay disciplined. Implementation intentions. Set clear plans like, if it's 7 a.m., I will go for a 30-minute walk. This reduces decision fatigue and builds automatic discipline. Time blocking. Schedule your tasks. Treat them like appointments. Discipline loves structure. The 2-minute rule. Start with just 2 minutes of a hard task. Often, the hardest part is starting. Once you begin, momentum takes over. Accountability partners. Tell someone your goals. Let them check in on your progress. You're more likely to follow through when someone else is watching. Visual trackers. Use habit trackers or journals. Seeing your progress keeps you motivated and consistent. The battle is won in the mind. At its core, self-control is mental training. It's not about never feeling tempted, it's about not letting temptation control your actions. Discipline isn't something you're born with, it's something you build with intention, repetition, and belief. Every time you choose the disciplined path, you gain power. You move closer to the version of yourself that you admire. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be committed to improving. And when you master self-control, you won't just achieve goals, you'll reshape your entire life. Chapter 3. Breaking the Chains of Instant Gratification. We live in a world that thrives on now. With a tap or a swipe, we can get food delivered, movies streamed, or someone's attention in seconds. The modern world is built to serve our cravings fast, easy, and convenient. But here's the truth. The more we feed our need for instant gratification, the weaker our discipline becomes. Discipline is the art of delaying gratification, choosing what you want most over what you want now. This chapter is about understanding that inner battle and learning how to win it consistently. What is instant gratification? Instant gratification is the desire to experience pleasure or fulfillment without delay. It's choosing watching Netflix instead of finishing a task, eating junk food instead of preparing a healthy meal, buying something unnecessary instead of saving. The human brain is wired to seek reward and avoid pain. That's why the easier option feels better in the moment. It gives us a quick dopamine hit. But quick pleasure often comes with long-term pain. Discipline is about flipping that script. The high cost of now. Every time you choose instant gratification, you trade your future peace for present comfort. Here's what it often looks like. You skip a workout, equals you stay unhealthy. You procrastinate on goals, equals you stay stuck. You overspend, equals you stay in debt. The most successful people aren't those who never feel temptation. They're the ones who consistently choose the future over the moment. As author James Clear said, "The cost of your good habits is in the present. The cost of your bad habits is in the future." The marshmallow test, a lesson in self-control. In a famous experiment, children were given one marshmallow and told they could eat it right away or wait 15 minutes and get 2. Years later, researchers found that the children who waited for the second marshmallow grew up to be more successful in nearly every area of life: academics, health, relationships, and career. Why? Because the ability to delay gratification is a key predictor of life success. Your marshmallow moment may not look like candy. It may be the choice to save instead of spend, work instead of scroll, speak kindly instead of react. But the principle remains. Wait for the better reward. Train yourself to delay gratification. Delaying gratification isn't about suffering. It's about training your mind to think beyond the moment. Like a muscle, this skill strengthens with practice. Here's how to train it. 1. Start small. Begin with minor delays. If you crave a snack, wait 10 minutes before eating. If you want to check your phone, wait 5 minutes. This rewires your brain to tolerate waiting. 2. Visualize the future reward. Before you act on impulse, pause and picture the long-term result of staying disciplined. Think about how proud and free you'll feel afterward. 3. Use the 10-10-10 rule. Ask, how will I feel about this decision in 10 minutes, 10 days, and 10 months? This simple reflection puts the choice in perspective. 4. Replace. Don't just resist. Don't just fight temptation, replace it. Instead of scrolling, go for a walk. Instead of snacking, drink water or journal. Fill the gap with a better habit. Short-term pain for long-term freedom. Think of discipline like planting a tree. The digging is hard, and there's no fruit right away. But over time, it grows quietly, steadily, and one day, it provides shade, beauty, and abundance. That's how results work. You don't get them instantly. But each disciplined decision is like watering the seed, and one day, the results show and they stay. Remember, pain now means peace later. Comfort now means consequences later. Create a delay-friendly environment. You don't need to rely only on willpower. You can structure your surroundings to support your self-discipline. Here are simple environmental tweaks. Keep your phone out of reach when working. Don't keep junk food in the house. Set timers to limit distractions. Use apps that block social media during work hours. Your environment should make discipline easier, not harder. The compound effect of delayed gratification. Small choices, when compounded over time, lead to massive change. Saving 5 a day might not feel powerful, but in 5 years, it's thousands saved. Choosing to read daily instead of scrolling builds knowledge, clarity, and confidence. Saying no to one unhealthy meal doesn't change your body, but saying no 100 times does. Discipline compounds. The longer you delay gratification, the more powerful your results become. What feels like a sacrifice now becomes your superpower later. Make it a game. The brain responds to challenge and reward. Turn discipline into a personal game. How many days in a row can you stay off social media until noon? How many temptations can you say no to this week? Can you double your delay time each week? Celebrate wins. Track progress. Have fun with your self-mastery. Your future self is counting on you. Every time you choose delayed gratification, you're honoring the future you. The you who is healthy, happy, respected, strong. The you who finishes what they start. The you who builds something meaningful. So next time you face a decision, comfort now or growth later, pause and ask, what would my future self thank me for? Because at the end of the day, the strongest people are not those who always feel strong. They are those who choose what's right over what's easy, again and again. And that is the essence of the Discipline Code. Chapter 4. Building the Foundation. Habits, Routines, Rituals. If discipline is the engine of self-mastery, then habits, routines, and rituals are the fuel that keeps it running. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. And those systems are made up of your daily actions, the small choices you repeat over and over again. This chapter is about creating a strong foundation by designing your days with intention. Because discipline doesn't just happen in big moments, it's built in the little ones. Why habits matter more than motivation. Habits are automatic behaviors that require little conscious thought. Once something becomes a habit, it doesn't drain your willpower. It becomes part of who you are. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't need motivation for it. It's just what you do. Now imagine, if going for a run was just what you do, if meditating daily was normal for you, if sticking to a budget was second nature. That's the power of habits. They make discipline effortless. The habit loop. Every habit follows a simple loop. Cue. A trigger that tells your brain to start a behavior. Routine. The actual behavior. Reward. The benefit you get, which reinforces the habit. Example. Cue. You feel stressed. Routine. You scroll through social media. Reward. You feel temporary distraction or pleasure. To build better habits, you must consciously design better loops. Cue. You feel stressed. Routine. You take 5 deep breaths or journal for 5 minutes. Reward. You feel centered, in control. Change the routine. Keep the reward. Designing routines that serve you. Routines are just strings of habits that shape your day. And your days shape your life. Ask yourself, what do I do first thing in the morning? What do I do when I feel tired or bored? What happens when I get home from work? Now ask, are those routines helping me become who I want to be? If not, it's time to create intentional routine zones that align with your values and goals. Start with one keystone habit. Not all habits are equal. Some have a ripple effect. These are called keystone habits. Examples. Daily exercise. Improves mood, sleep, confidence. Morning journaling improves focus, reduces stress. Regular reading sharpens mind, reduces screen time. Choose one keystone habit and master it. Let that habit anchor your day and build momentum. The power of rituals. Rituals are habits with meaning. They're symbolic. They create a sense of purpose and identity. For example, a morning coffee while reviewing your goals, a gratitude practice before bed, a weekly reset ritual to plan your week. These moments ground you. They remind you of your intention. They're not chores, they're sacred pauses that align you with your values. Rituals turn discipline into something beautiful. How to build strong habits. Follow these steps to build habits that last. 1. Start tiny. Begin so small you can't fail. Instead of work out for 1 hour, start with put on my workout shoes. Small wins lead to big momentum. 2. Make it obvious. Use visual cues. Put your journal on your pillow. Lay out your gym clothes at night. Make the desired behavior easy to notice. 3. Make it easy. Remove friction. Prep meals in advance. Use to-do lists. Discipline thrives on simplicity. 4. Make it satisfying. Reward yourself. Track your progress. Celebrate small victories. The brain needs a reward to reinforce the habit loop. Stacking habits for efficiency. Use habit stacking to attach a new habit to one you already do. Formula. After current habit, I will new habit. Examples. After I brush my teeth, I will do 10 push-ups. After I make coffee, I will read 1 page of a book. After I finish work, I will write down 1 thing I'm grateful for. This anchors the new behavior to something already automatic. Consistency over intensity. It's better to be consistent than intense. 15 minutes of reading every day beats 3 hours once a week. 10 minutes of exercise daily is better than a 1-hour workout once a month. Discipline is not built through heroic effort. It's built through small, repeated action. The secret is in showing up. The discipline of boring repetition. Let's be honest. Discipline isn't always exciting. Routines can feel repetitive. But that's where the real growth happens. The greatest athletes, artists, and entrepreneurs became world-class by embracing the boring work that most people avoid. Success is often a result of doing ordinary things extraordinarily well day after day after day. So don't chase variety. Chase mastery. Track it or lose it. What gets measured gets improved. Track your habits in a notebook, app, or calendar. Create a simple checklist. Seeing your progress creates a sense of pride and motivation. If you miss a day, no problem. Just don't miss 2. From routine to identity. Eventually, your habits, routines, and rituals stop being things you do. They become who you are. You're not trying to read, you're a reader. You're not trying to eat clean, you're someone who respects your body. You're not trying to build discipline, you are disciplined. Identity always drives action. The more you align your behavior with your ideal self, the more natural discipline becomes. Discipline isn't about restriction, it's about design. Design your habits, design your routines, design your rituals. And soon, you'll design a life that reflects your highest self. Chapter 5. The Morning Code. Owning your day before it begins. How you begin your day often determines how the rest of it unfolds. If you wake up rushing, scattered, or reactive, that energy follows you. But if you begin with intention, clarity, and control, you carry that power forward. Discipline isn't just built in the morning, it's amplified by it. Your morning is your opportunity to take control before the world makes its demands. This chapter is about creating a morning Kodea set of rituals and practices that prepare your mind, body, and spirit for success. Why mornings matter so much. Your brain is most impressionable in the first 60-90 minutes after waking. This is when your mental state is most easily shaped either by your intentions or by distraction. If you grab your phone first thing and scroll social media, you're starting your day in reaction mode. You're giving away control. But if you start the day grounded and focused, you're programming your mind to lead rather than follow. A powerful morning doesn't need to be launch, it needs to be intentional. The Morning Code Framework. Here's a simple but powerful structure for building your own morning code. You can modify the timing based on your schedule, but the key is consistency. 1. Wake up early or earlier. Waking up even 30 minutes earlier than usual gives you uninterrupted time to focus on yourself. It's a quiet time to reconnect with your goals, values, and vision. You don't have to wake up at 5 a.m., but you do need to wake up before distractions do. 2. Hydrate and move. After 6-8 hours of sleep, your body is dehydrated. Start with a large glass of water. Then move your body stretching, light exercise, or a short walk. This boosts circulation, energy, and mental clarity. 3. Silence and stillness, meditation or breathing. Before jumping into activity, take 5-10 minutes to sit in stillness. This could be mindful breathing, a short meditation, prayer or reflection. Stillness sharpens awareness, and awareness is the foundation of discipline. 4. Mindset work, affirmations, gratitude, or visualization. Set the tone for your mind. Affirmations. Speak truth into your day. I am focused. I am disciplined. I am in control. Gratitude. List 3 things you're grateful for. Visualization. Picture yourself achieving your goals and handling challenges with strength. Your mind believes what you repeatedly tell it. Feed it intentionally. 5. Planning or journaling. Write down your top 3 priorities for the day. Reflect on your goals. Set an intention. Like, today, I will choose discipline over distraction. When your day has direction, your actions gain power. 6. Growth. Read or listen to something uplifting. Read 5-10 pages of a book that inspires or teaches you, or listen to a short podcast. This step injects your mind with fresh ideas and motivation. Discipline over distraction. Don't start with your phone. One of the simplest ways to strengthen discipline is to not touch your phone for the first 30-60 minutes after waking up. Why? It floods your brain with other people's thoughts. It activates stress and distraction. It pulls you into reaction mode. Instead, make the first part of your day about your mind, your goals, and your growth. Design a morning that works for you. Your morning code doesn't need to be complicated. Even a 20-minute version can change your life. Here are a few examples. Example 1. 20-minute power routine. 5 min. Stretch plus hydrate. 5 min. Mindful breathing. 5 min. Write top 3 priorities. 5 min. Read 2-3 pages of a book. Example 2. 45-minute deep routine. 10 min. Light workout or walk. 5 min. Cold shower plus hydration. 10 min. Meditation or breathing. 10 min. Journaling and goal setting. 10 min. Reading or podcast. There is no one right morning routine, just the one you commit to. The benefits of a morning discipline practice. When you begin each day with discipline, the rewards multiply. You feel more in control. You gain momentum early. You reduce anxiety and reactivity. You increase your confidence and clarity. You make fewer impulsive decisions throughout the day. A focused morning builds a fortress around your focus. What happens when you miss a morning? You won't be perfect. You'll oversleep. You'll have chaotic days. That's okay. The key is to avoid guilt and get back on track the next day. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's about returning to your rituals faster. Night before. Set tomorrow's tone. A disciplined morning often begins the night before. Here's how to prepare. Lay out your clothes. Plan your to-do list. Go to bed 30 minutes earlier. Set your alarm away from your bed to avoid snoozing. You're not just waking up early, you're waking up with a purpose. Final word. Own your day before it owns you. If you don't lead your morning will lead you. The discipline of a structured, intentional start to your day builds confidence, clarity, and consistency. It teaches your mind and body that you are in charge. When you win the morning, you multiply your chances of winning the rest of the day. Chapter 6. The Power of Saying No. protecting your time, energy, focus. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. Most people struggle with discipline not because they don't want to be productive, but because their time, energy, and focus are scattered across too many obligations, distractions, and people-pleasing habits. To master yourself, you must master the art of the intentional no. Why saying no is so hard? Saying no can feel uncomfortable. You may fear disappointing others, missing out, looking selfish or rude. But here's the truth. Every yes that isn't aligned with your goals is a drain, and too many drains will leave you empty, exhausted, and distracted. Discipline isn't just about what you start doing, it's about what you stop doing. Time, your most valuable resource. You can make more money, you can build more skills, but you can never make more time. If you want to live a disciplined life, protect your time like it's sacred because it is. That means fewer unimportant meetings, less screen time, no to things that don't light you up or align with your values. Your calendar is a reflection of your discipline. What's on it should reflect who you want to become. Energy. Don't give it away freely. You wake up each day with a limited amount of mental, emotional, and physical energy. If you give it all away to distractions, negativity, or low-priority tasks, you have nothing left for your goals. Ask yourself, is this worthy of my energy today? Be ruthless about what you allow into your world. Every conversation, task, and notification either fuels you or drains you. Focus, the most powerful force in your life. Your focus determines your results. It's how you create, solve, build, and grow. Without focus, even the most talented mind is scattered and ineffective. When you say no to distractions, you say yes to deep work, creativity, and fulfillment. One of the greatest modern disciplines is to protect your focus, like your life depends on it, because your dream life does. How to say no gracefully and firmly. Discipline doesn't mean being cold or unkind. You can say no with strength and grace. Here are a few respectful ways to say no. Thank you for thinking of me, but I'm focusing on fewer priorities right now. I won't be able to commit to that, but I appreciate the offer. That doesn't align with my current goals, but I wish you the best. You don't need long explanations. Be honest, kind, and firm. The fear of missing out, FOMO, versus the joy of missing out, JOMO. We live in a culture where doing more is glorified. But true discipline means knowing that doing less with intention is far more powerful. FOMO says, I have to be part of everything. JOMO says, I love choosing what truly matters. When you embrace the joy of missing out, you feel lighter. You focus better. You build stronger boundaries. Missing out on the wrong things means gaining the right life. Create a personal filter, the discipline decision maker. Here's a simple tool to make decisions easier. The discipline filter. Before you say yes to anything, ask, does this align with my goals? Will this move me closer to who I want to become? Does this energize or drain me? What will I have to say no to if I say yes to this? If it doesn't pass the filter, it's a no. The silent killers of focus and energy. Let's name some of the common yes traps that rob your discipline. Endless notifications. Turn them off or batch check them. Too many commitments. Prioritize what's essential. Social media rabbit holes. Set limits or block during work hours. Toxic conversations. Protect your mental space. Overhelping. You don't have to save everyone. Take care of yourself first. The goal is not to live in isolation, but to live with intention. Permission to prioritize yourself. You don't need anyone else's permission to prioritize your goals, peace, and well-being. But if you do, you have mine. You're allowed to. Leave texts unread for a while. Skip events that don't serve you. Say no without guilt. Create space for silence, creativity, or rest. Discipline means designing a life that gives you space to thrive, not just survive. Saying no is saying yes to freedom. Every disciplined no you say is a yes to. More clarity, more progress, more alignment, more peace. When you protect your time, energy, and focus, you create room for what truly matters. Saying no is not about rejection, it's about redirection. It's about choosing your future over your fears, your focus over your comfort, your values over validation. Final thoughts. The strength of boundaries. Discipline is a boundary you build around your best self. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters with intensity, presence, and purpose. Start saying no to distractions. Start saying yes to your discipline. And watch how your life changes. Chapter 7. Mastering Self. Talk. Reprogramming the voice within. Your inner voice is the most consistent voice you hear. It narrates your story, defines your identity, and influences every decision you make. It can either be your most powerful ally or your most destructive enemy. If you want to master yourself, you must learn to master your self-talk. Because discipline is not just about what you do, it's also about what you say to yourself when no one's watching. The hidden power of self-talk. Every thought you repeat becomes a belief. Every belief you accept becomes a behavior. Every behavior becomes your reality. Self-talk creates a loop. Thought, feeling, action, outcome, reinforce thought. If your thoughts say, "I'm not consistent," your actions will reflect that belief. If your inner voice says, "I always finish what I start," you will show up with more strength and clarity. Discipline is born from that inner conversation. Recognizing the inner critic. We all have an inner critic, that voice that whispers, "You're not good enough. Why even try? You always mess up." The problem isn't that this voice exists. The problem is, we believe it. But here's the truth. That voice isn't the truth. It's often an echo of past fear, failure, or someone else's judgment. To be disciplined, you have to stop treating that critic as a coach. Learn to challenge it. Rewrite the script, from critic to coach. What if your self-talk sounded like a supportive coach rather than a harsh judge? Imagine hearing, "You didn't do it perfectly, but you showed up. Let's keep going. You slipped today, but tomorrow is a fresh page. You're growing stronger. You've got this." Discipline isn't built through shame, it's built through self-respect. Speak to yourself like someone you love. Daily mental training. Strengthening the inner voice. You train your body through repetition. You train your inner voice the same way. Here are simple daily practices to reprogram your self-talk. 1. Morning affirmations. Start your day with statements like, "I am disciplined. I honor my commitments. I do hard things with courage. I lead myself with strength and focus." Say them out loud. Write them down. Let your subconscious hear your vision daily. 2. Catch and replace. Throughout the day, when a negative thought arises, catch it and replace it. Catch, "I'll never finish this." Replace, "I'm making progress every step I take." This interrupts the cycle and builds a new pattern. 3. Celebrate effort, not perfection. Even if you only do part of what you planned, celebrate that. Effort leads to momentum. Momentum leads to mastery. The words you use shape the person you become. Notice the language you use. Do you say, "I can't," or "I'm learning"? Do you call yourself lazy or just tired and needing a reset? Do you focus on problems or possibilities? Your vocabulary becomes your identity. Choose words that empower you. Belief drives discipline. You can't act disciplined for long if deep down you believe you're weak, scattered, or broken. But when your self-talk aligns with strength, your actions follow. Say it clearly. "I'm capable of hard things. I'm creating a disciplined life. I'm in control." Your mind listens. Over time, it starts to believe you, and then you begin to become it. Watch out for subtle sabotage. Sometimes, self-talk is sneaky. It shows up like, "I'm just not a morning person. I've never been consistent. That's just who I am." These aren't facts. These are stories and you can change them. Start saying, I'm learning to be a morning person. I'm building consistency day by day. I can change. I am changing. Stories shape actions. New stories lead to new strength. The mirror test. Would you say this to a friend? If you spoke to a friend the way you speak to yourself, would they feel empowered or crushed? Treat yourself with the same dignity, compassion, and encouragement you'd give someone you love. Because discipline isn't just toughness, it's also tenderness. Especially when you're learning, growing, or rebuilding. Build a self-talk ritual. Here's a simple 5-minute ritual to start or end your day. Write down 3 things you're proud of today, no matter how small. Write one area you want to improve, but reframe it with love, not shame. Write one empowering statement to carry forward. Example, I show up no matter how I feel. Do this every day for a week. You'll feel your mindset begin to shift. Final word, the voice that leads you. Your inner voice is always speaking. The question is, are you letting it run wild or are you leading it with intention? Discipline starts in the mind long before it shows up in your behavior. Train your thoughts like you would train a muscle. Replace shame with strategy. Replace defeat with direction. Because the most powerful voice in your life is the one inside your head. And when you master that voice, you master yourself. Chapter 8. The 90-90 Rule. How to lock in long-term focus and progress. In a world full of quick fixes and instant gratification, the people who win are those who stay consistent not for a day or a week, but for weeks, months, and years. Discipline isn't about motivation. It's about systems, structure, and focus over time. In this chapter, you'll learn one of the most powerful tools for real results, the 90-90 Rule. What is the 90-90 Rule? Simple but powerful. For the next 90 days, spend the first 90 minutes of your day working on your most important goal. That's it. It could be your health, your business, your personal development, whatever matters most to the future you want to build. Why does this work? Because it combines consistency, daily repetition, priority, most important work, focus, no distractions, time investment, 90 minutes a day. 90 minutes a day, over 90 days, equals 135 hours of focused work on one goal. That's the equivalent of more than 3 full work weeks of deep progression, just one thing. Why 90 days works? 90 days is long enough to make real progress, but short enough that you can stay excited and committed. It's also psychologically powerful. It gives you a clear, defined sprint. It prevents burnout from never-ending goals. It allows for momentum and measurable growth. If you give focused energy to one key goal for 90 days, you'll be unrecognizable at the end. Why 90 minutes in the morning? The first 90 minutes of your day are prime real estate. Your brain is freshest, your distractions are lowest. Your willpower is strongest. If you wait until later in the day, the chances of distraction, fatigue, or interruption increase exponentially. Front-load your day with purpose. Use that time for creation, not reaction. Examples: writing your book, developing your fitness, building a business, learning a new skill, practicing deep focus and learning. What makes the 90-90 Rule so effective? Laser focus. You eliminate decision fatigue by always knowing what to work on. Compound results. Small steps daily equals massive results over time. Identity shift. You stop being a dabbler and become someone who follows through. Momentum. When you show up every day, you build emotional momentum. That leads to confidence, which strengthens discipline. How to choose your 90-day focus. Ask yourself, what's the one goal that would change everything if I focused on it for 90 days? What would make me proud, excited, or relieved to complete? Pick one, and only one. You can always do another sprint after this one. Make sure it's measurable, e.g., lose 10 pounds, write 30, 0 words, complete a course. Clear and motivating. Within your control. Creating your 90-90 plan. Set your start date. Don't wait for Monday or the first of the month. Start as soon as possible. Block off your 90-minute window. Early morning is best, but do what works for you. This time must be no interruptions. Prepare your tools in advance. Eliminate friction. If you're writing, have your document open. If you're working out, have your gear ready. Track your progress daily. Use a habit tracker, journal, or calendar. Seeing the chain grow builds accountability. Celebrate weekly wins. Each week, write down your progress. Review what's working and what needs improvement. Common obstacles and how to beat them. I don't have 90 minutes. Wake up earlier. Combine time with another habit, like walking while listening to learning material. Remember, this is about investing in your life. I got off track. No guilt. Just start again tomorrow. One bad day doesn't break the chain. I feel overwhelmed. Break your 90-minute sessions into smaller chunks, e.g. 3x 30 minutes. Focus on progress, not perfection. Examples of 90-90 goals. Fitness. Train for a 5K by running 90 minutes every morning. Writing. Draft the first 60. 0 words of your book. Business. Build and launch your product. Skill development. Learn a new language or software. Mental health. Meditate, journal, and read for emotional growth. The 90-90 rule is flexible, but it's non-negotiable. Your new identity. The 90-day creator. You are no longer a person who starts and stops. You are now a 90-day finisher. Your life will change, not because of one huge act of willpower, but because you decided to. Show up every day. Focus on what matters. Let the process transform you. Final word. A season of discipline. 90 days of intention can change the next 5 years of your life. You don't need motivation. You don't need perfection. You need structure, commitment, and daily execution. The 90-90 rule is your framework. Discipline is your engine. Your goal is the destination. Start today. Chapter 9. The Discipline Diet. What you feed your body and mind matters. Discipline isn't just about what you do. It's also about what you consume. What you eat, watch, read, scroll, and listen to becomes the fuel for your body, brain, and spirit. If you want to master yourself, you must become intentional about what you feed your system physically and mentally. You can't expect to run at full power while feeding yourself junk. Let's explore the idea of a disciplined diet, a way of living that fuels clarity, energy, focus, and resilience. You are what you feed yourself. Your discipline depends on mental clarity, emotional regulation, physical energy, spiritual alignment. Each of these is directly affected by what you eat, read, watch, say, hear, believe. Discipline is harder when you're inflamed, scattered, overstimulated, or overwhelmed. That's why discipline starts with nutrition for the body and the mind. Part 1. Feeding your body with intention. 1. Eat for energy, not just taste. Food is fuel. A disciplined person asks, will this meal energize me or drain me? Processed, sugary, and fried foods may give temporary pleasure but lead to crashes, foggy thinking, and fatigue. Instead, choose foods that stabilize blood sugar, protein, fiber, complex carbs, reduce inflammation, fruits, vegetables, omega-3s, hydrate and nourish, water-rich foods, clean water. Think of your plate as a performance tool, not just a pleasure provider. 2. Set food rules you can live by. Discipline doesn't mean starvation or restriction, it means structure. Try rules like, I drink a glass of water before every meal. I don't eat after 8 p.m. I eat something green with every meal. Simplicity builds consistency. You don't need 100 rules, just a few that you follow without fail. 3. Treat your body like an athlete's. Even if you're not in sports, your mission requires stamina and recovery. Prioritize. Sleep, 7-9 hours. Hydration, 2-3 liters of water. Movement, at least 30 minutes a day. An undisciplined body becomes an obstacle to a disciplined life. Part 2. Feeding your mind with focus. 1. Watch what you watch. Your brain consumes everything you expose it to. If you fill it with drama, fear, and gossip, don't be surprised when you feel anxious and distracted. Be mindful of news cycles, reality TV, endless social scrolling. Instead, feed your mind. Books that stretch your thinking, podcasts that teach, conversations that uplift. Garbage in, garbage out. Wisdom in, clarity out. 2. Read like a leader. Want to grow your discipline? Read 1 book a month or week on self-improvement, psychology, leadership, philosophy, success stories. Reading is mental resistance training. It sharpens focus, deepens thought, and fuels ambition. 3. Curate your inputs like a playlist. Be selective with who you follow, what you subscribe to, what plays in the background. Choose clean, energizing music, educational YouTube channels, motivational speeches. Every input is shaping your mood, beliefs, and behaviors. Part 3. Feeding your spirit with stillness. A disciplined life is not just action, it's also about alignment. You need moments of silence to reconnect with your thoughts, stillness to listen to your intuition, solitude to hear your truth without noise. This could be daily meditation or prayer, journaling in the morning, a walk without your phone, simply breathing with presence. You can't hear your higher self in the middle of mental chaos. Discipline requires space to reconnect. Create your personal discipline diet. Let's make it practical. 1. Physical diet checklist. Drink 2-3 L of water per day. Eat whole foods 80% of the time. No processed sugar on weekdays. Move your body every day. Sleep 7+ hours consistently. 2. Mental diet checklist. 30 minutes of reading daily. 10-minute mindfulness or reflection. 0 social media before 10 a.m. 1. Motivational or educational input daily. Screen-free time at night. 3. Emotional, spiritual diet checklist. Time for silence or journaling daily. Conversations with uplifting people. Clear boundaries with negative influences. 1. Gratitude or spiritual practice daily. Use this list as a menu. Pick what resonates and commit to consistency. Beware of junk fuel. When you feed your body garbage, you feel it. When you feed your mind garbage, you often don't notice until your mood dips, your focus breaks, your anxiety spikes, your discipline slips. That's why a powerful life needs clean inputs. You can't run a race on soda and gossip. Fuel like you're preparing for greatness because you are. Final word, you become what you feed. Your life reflects what you consume. Discipline becomes easier when you feel light, clear, strong, and focused. That's what the discipline diet gives you. Feed your body with purpose. Feed your mind with wisdom. Feed your spirit with peace. Then watch how effortlessly your habits, energy, and mindset fall into place. This is how you nourish a disciplined life from the inside out. Chapter 10. Your environment shapes your discipline. Build a space for success. The secret to mastering discipline is not just about your willpower, it's about your environment. You are a product of the spaces you occupy, the people you surround yourself with, and the stimuli you allow in. If you want to build lasting habits and increase your self-control, you need to create a space that supports your goals. Your environment will either empower or undermine your discipline. So, let's explore how to intentionally build the right one. Your environment, the silent shaper. You might have heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This concept applies not just to people, but to the physical and digital spaces you inhabit. Your environment influences your focus, your productivity, your mood, your energy levels. If you want to cultivate discipline, you must design your space to support focus, creativity, and peace, while minimizing distractions and chaos. Part 1. Your physical space. Create a success-friendly environment. 1. Declutter your workspace. Clutter equals mental clutter. A messy workspace leads to a cluttered mind, distracting you from the task at hand. When you enter a space filled with distractions, your brain automatically begins to check out. Action step. Clear your desk of unnecessary items. Keep only the tools you need. Use organizational tools like trays, bins, and folders to minimize mess. Keep your space tidy and clean. A simple space invites a focused mind. 2. Design for function and comfort. Your physical space should be functional for your goals, but it should also be comfortable enough to invite regular use. Whether it's a desk for work or a meditation nook, design it with care. A chair that supports good posture. Good lighting to reduce eye strain. Comfortable and inspiring decorations, plants, artwork, etc. When your environment is both comfortable and functional, you will naturally spend more time in it and your productivity will soar. 3. Designate spaces for different activities. The environment you use for work should be distinct from where you relax or sleep. Clear boundaries help your brain shift into work mode when you need it and relax mode when it's time to recharge. Create zones. Work zone. A quiet, clean space for focused effort. Rest zone. A cozy area for relaxation and recharging. Active zone. A space for movement, whether that's yoga, stretching, or physical exercise. By designating spaces, you create an environment that honors both productivity and rest, two key pillars of discipline. Part 2. The people you surround yourself with. Build a supportive tribe. Who you spend time with matters deeply. The people in your circle can either inspire you to reach for your goals or drag you away from them. 1. Surround yourself with positive, driven people. Discipline flourishes in an environment of support, encouragement, and accountability. Surround yourself with people who are ambitious, positive, disciplined, encouraging. These individuals will help you stay committed to your goals and will push you to become the best version of yourself. 2. Limit time with negative or distracting people. On the flip side, toxic or undisciplined individuals can drain your energy and derail your progress. Be mindful of negative thinkers who say, "It's too hard," or "That's impossible." Time wasters who distract you with drama or empty conversations. Don't be afraid to set boundaries or even distance yourself from people who bring you down. Your goals deserve the space to flourish. Part 3. The digital space. Design your online life for focus. We live in an age where distractions are at our fingertips, from social media to streaming services. Your digital environment can be your greatest ally or your biggest enemy when it comes to maintaining discipline. 1. Limit social media and digital distractions. Endless scrolling, notifications, and digital noise are huge energy drains. If you allow your phone to dictate your time, you'll be at its mercy. Action step. Set app limits on your phone using tools like screen time or digital well-being. Turn off non-essential notifications. Use focus apps to block distracting sites during work time. 2. Curate your digital input. What you consume digitally affects your mindset. Just like you curate what you eat, curate what you see and hear online. Follow accounts that motivate, inspire, and educate. Action step. Unfollow accounts that bring negativity or distract you. Follow thought leaders, motivational speakers, and content that aligns with your goals. Create inspiration boards or digital folders filled with empowering content. 3. Use technology to your advantage. Technology doesn't have to be the enemy. Use it as a tool to enhance your discipline. Set alarms and reminders for tasks. Use apps to track progress and habits, like Todoist, Habitica, or Notion. Listen to audiobooks or podcasts that align with your self-development goals. Technology is most effective when it supports your goals instead of taking you away from them. Part 4. The importance of routine and rituals. Your environment is more than just physical spaces and people. It's also about the routines and rituals you create. Routine brings stability, which is essential for developing discipline. 1. Morning rituals for success. A solid morning routine sets the tone for your entire day. Here's an example of a powerful morning ritual. Wake up early. Set an intentional wake-up time, allowing you to begin your day with purpose. Hydrate. Start your day by drinking water to rehydrate and energize your body. Movement. Engage in 10-20 minutes of exercise, whether it's stretching, yoga, or a workout. Mindfulness. Meditate or journal for 10 minutes to center your mind. Focus on your big goal for 90 minutes, as mentioned in Chapter 8. Creating a morning ritual locks in the focus and energy you need to take on the day's challenges. 2. Night rituals for rest and recovery. Just as your morning sets the tone, your night routine ensures you recharge. Here's how to design a productive night routine. Wind down without screens. Avoid social media or work-related tasks an hour before bed. Reflect on the day. Journaling or gratitude exercises can help you close the day positively. Sleep hygiene. Keep your bedroom dark, cool, and quiet. Aim for 7-9 hours of restful sleep. Rest is an essential part of discipline. A well-rested body and mind are more likely to show up with focus and clarity the next day. Your environment doesn't just affect your behavior, it shapes your identity. When you create a space that aligns with your goals, your behavior naturally follows. Discipline thrives in a space that supports focus, positivity, simplicity, rest. Design your environment intentionally and let it guide you toward your best, most disciplined self. Conclusion. Master yourself. Master your life. Discipline is the ultimate power that shapes the course of your life. It is the secret behind achieving the extraordinary, the unsung hero of success, and the foundation of personal transformation. When you master discipline, you master yourself. And when you master yourself, you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. Through this book, we've explored the principles, practices, and habits that will guide you on your journey of self-mastery. You've learned that discipline is not a one-time event, but a continual process that involves developing consistent habits, creating a powerful environment, mastering your mind, body, and emotions, building resilience and patience. The truth is, your life reflects your level of discipline. When you choose to act with purpose, stay consistent, and align your actions with your values, you begin to break free from the cycle of procrastination and self-doubt. You take control of your destiny. But it's not about being perfect, it's about being intentional. Every small choice you make today influences the person you become tomorrow. Every time you show up for yourself, even when it's difficult, you're strengthening the muscle of discipline. Remember, discipline is not about restriction. It's about freedom. The freedom to be the best version of yourself. The freedom to live a life aligned with your true desires. The freedom to break through barriers, unlock your full potential, and create the life you've always dreamed of. The journey is never over. Discipline is a lifelong journey, not a destination. It's the habit of continually improving and evolving. No matter where you are today, there's always room to grow, refine, and increase your capacity to be disciplined. The most successful people aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who keep getting up, who remain committed even when it's tough, who learn from their mistakes, and who have the courage to start over. So, don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start right now. The path to mastering yourself begins with one small step. And every step you take from here on out will get you closer to the life you've always wanted to live. You have the code, now master it. The discipline code is in your hands. Use it. Apply it. Live it. Because when you master yourself, you can truly master your life. Your future is not defined by your past mistakes or current circumstances. It is defined by the actions you take today. So, Go ahead. Take charge. Unlock your potential. And, as you do, know that you have the power to create the life you deserve. Thank you for joining me on this journey to master discipline and, ultimately, yourself. I believe in your ability to achieve greatness. Now go and master yourself. Master your life. That concludes the Discipline Code. Master yourself. Master your life. I hope the journey of writing this book has been as fulfilling for you as it is for your readers. Would you like to go over anything else or need assistance with the next steps for this project?